Good afternoon, lovely spirits. It's the wise servant here, Mr. Solace. I come in the sign of the rising sun. Peace and wisdom. Now, you guys know I want to get straight into it. So hopefully everyone's in peaceful, humble spirits. I know I am. I'm trying to settle myself down, We can become, anxious throughout the day. For nothing, for no particular reason, just we all get that anxious feeling or anxiety or need or feeling that you want to do something more than the moment and, those kind of things. So as I said, hopefully you guys have brought yourselves down before you tuned in. I'm working on bringing myself down as I do this video, It's pretty early in the day still, maybe 3 or 4. So, I'm usually, still up. I like doing my videos in the evening, when my spirit sort of sets, but that's okay. Either way, wisdom is grand, wisdom is the purpose. Now today I want to do this video called DMT Experience. And what I want to do in this video is play someone's experience using DMT. Now DMT is a drug. And in today's times I believe they strain it from plants or synthesize it. I'm not sure the correct word that they use. But DMT is a drug, as most drugs that come from plants. And there's many different kinds, you can say. Different doses. It all depends on the person that's, straining it, so to say. Now, what I want to do is play someone's experience using this drug. And I'm going to play it for you guys to let you listen to what they say. And then after that, I'm going to give you my analysis on, their experience. But before I play it, I want you guys to remember that the sperm is the spirit, the egg is the body, and all bodies are worlds. It doesn't matter the level of life. All bodies are worlds, whether cell, organism, solar, galaxy, universe, etc. All is just the solar system or a star on its level of life. And as I said, all bodies are worlds. The sperm is the spirit, the egg is the body. Try and remember that as he's explaining his experience with DMT. And after that, I'll give you guys my analysis. Most of you guys will kind of understand his experience if you've been following my teachings and truly understanding. Now, I want to say this before I play this person's experience with DMT. I want to say this. When you hear in ancient texts like Elijah or Moses with the burning bush or, Enoch being raised up to heaven, this is all speaking about DMT experiences of the past. And a lot of people of today don't understand that this drug is something that you want to do in a positive, peaceful state. You don't want to tamper with DMT or any drug truly in a negative, low place. So, usually it would be wise for one to fast, maybe get a little affiliated with meditating. Or when I say meditating, I mean just clearing, the space of your mind out. Releasing all thought, whether negative or positive, and kind of getting to a balanced place of purity. But as I said, when you're indulging in any drug, I would say that it's wise to bring yourself to a peaceful place. Now, the people of ancient times, they called all drugs or medicinal plants the gift of God, or they viewed it as God. And you know, when you take those drugs, they give you that psychedelic experience, which the guy that I'm going to play, he's going to explain. But it gives you the a godlike experience. This is how most explain it. Now, as I said, Elijah, Enoch, many of these great people that we've heard of old, and their stories, how they were raised up into heaven. This is speaking of ancient DMT trips, you know, of people who were kind of seasoned in their spirituality as well as, you know, the understanding of these drugs and what was happening. Now, in today's times, most people have no clue of the purpose or point of the experience that they're experiencing. So as the guy that I'm going to play, just like him, he doesn't really know what he experienced, but he know it was divine, or it felt that way. So, you know, after I play it, I want to explain to you guys how, you know, geometry, writing, singing, you know, many things like that. You know, a lot of the Goetic and Santeria, Yoruba, you know, the spirits from these religions. How many of the characters, the spirits, are the spirit characters from these religions. They come from, you know, people going on these DMT trips, whether in the past or in today's times. And they see real entities, and so they come back and describe them. And, you know, it's very deep. You know, it's a deep thing. I'm going to go in depth in explaining. But for now, I want to go on ahead and play this brother's experience with DMT. I want you to listen. And then after that, I will give you my analysis.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Brian, and today I want to share with you my DMT experience. So let me preface this by saying DMT is intense. It will take you out of your body. You will not be the same you. You will not be a human anymore. So just prefacing this by saying this is very serious. This is a medicine. This is for spiritual journeys, and I do not advocate the use of this as a fun recreational drug just to laugh. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into my experience with DMT because it was quite fascinating. It was not at all what I had expected, which is awesome, but it revealed to me a lot of issues that I had and a lot of different ways to change different patterns that now, looking in the future, I can look back and see, wow, I really put this into action, and I really feel like I understand what this trip was showing me. So I'm going to break this video into two parts because this is an intense subject. I'm going to start with my actual experience in the whole trip, and then I'm going to move into my self-reflection and what I feel like I gained from it due to what this experience was showing me. So without further ado, DMT, dimethyltryptamine. I had been curious about it because, you know, just experimenting with different psychedelics, looking for soul growth, just opening my mind up to what everything out in the universe is. You know, I want to preface it by saying I started from this place of, I wanted growth out of it. I wasn't looking to have fun. I wasn't looking to do it as a party thing. I wanted growth. I wanted to understand myself more. I wanted to get past some of the suppressed trauma and all of that. And I feel like my trip really got me there. So the set and setting. This is a few years back, and I was back at my family's home. They live out in the forest, and I'm outside. It's 8 or 9 at night, and I'm just sitting on a chair on the grass. So I've got my feet planted on the ground, my body in the chair, and I'm with my brother, who in this case was like my shaman because he had experienced DMT before. He kind of gave me his perspective on it. I've also was in checking out DMT, the spirit molecule. So I did a lot of research going into it, and I knew that this was a very intense medicine that had the ability to show me more about who I was. So I'm in this chair, and I start smoking out of a bowl. So I have the DMT in it with some bud, and 2 hits in, and that's when I really am starting to feel completely different. And I can feel every cell in my body just activate, and everything is just alive, And that's when I start noticing these triangle fractals just spiraling out from like my chest and my body in like all these directions. And I remember this as I was like, you know, passing the bowl back to my brother so I could get out of my hands. I remember as it happened, I was like, whoa, I could just see so much new light and just all these fractals, and it was so beautiful. And the feeling I felt in my body was just complete connection, complete power, like